Sports. And here comes Ventrell Miller. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. They're The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback, highly decorated out of Stanford, Kevin Hogan.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he goes out right around the 39. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 17 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd down and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Mitchell again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
But we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal in order to come back down the next time and score.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers, and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? The guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Hogan. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI call at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Ridley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Stays on his feet. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ventrell Miller brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Britton Covey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Hogan now. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Hogan. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
On 1st and 10, Hogan. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. A pitch out now to Wilson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hogan. And that's dropped underneath for Wilson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's DiMaggio now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Ridley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Mayfield to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the counter, Mitchell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing on first down. Hogan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't.
Play is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now here's Ross. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing that with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, Mayfield. They'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting it and hitting him for a big play.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarter.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Night football week 13 comes to a close with a good one. Bengals and Jags from Jacksonville. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Hogan. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Hogan. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now whistles here. I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Hogan. And he knocks the ball away. is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before him. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Mitchell now off the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
He's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They give him a gain of 38.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Hogan, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Hogan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mitchell fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Mayfield now. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Singletary here running out of the gun. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Bryant with a catch right side. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 of the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
Yeah, they're right down here looking for 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
At the Niners 7-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Ross from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, now is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Hogan. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pass to the sideline. Pulled in, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Hogan now. Over the middle to Michael. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Johnson, the man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's 2nd and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hogan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A give here to Mitchell. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And Mitchell going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. Looking to throw. Hogan. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Hogan. It's caught. Beckham. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, 49ers.
Looking to throw. Hogan. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian Watson. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Fights through him. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That's another Eagles.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And they're going to speed things up here.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd
Mayfield to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A 2-yard gain.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A run with Mitchell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
They run. It's Mitchell.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making a play.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the 49ers, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.